Oi, oi. Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone's started their morning off in the right way. We're back again, yeah, at 9:37 today. We're getting there. We're doing our job, but hopefully everyone's all good and all of that. There's a lot to talk about today. A lot of the news is sort of from late yesterday. Some of it's from this morning. Do you know what? I'm going to skim over it because I don't really want to talk about it that long. But Chelsea have completed it, mate. Trophy. Of course they did. Do you know what? I'd come off stream on the Godfather Jesus stream and it was 10 minutes in, and I see it was 1-0. And I thought, oh, come on, man. Yeah, please, 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 please. Just Betis, come on, do your thing. Stop Chelsea from getting the completed it, mate, trophy. But yeah, they collapsed in some biblical fashion. I mean, they collapsed, man. And Chelsea obviously ran out 4-1 winners. We all know that, look, it is the third rate trophy. It's the equivalent to what probably the old Johnson's paint trophy in the EFL. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't stop it being a trophy, and it doesn't stop Chelsea from going, we've done it all. And they have, factually. It's what we've got to deal with. It's very frustrating. But the less we'll talk about that, the better. Moving very, very, very swiftly on. Let me just say hello to a couple of people in the chat. There's a couple of people that said hello. And big up to Robbo as well, man. Go and sub to this geezer. Always talking good content. And I will get to this comment in a minute, bruv, because that's what we're going to start on next. And of course, our OG in the chat. Big up to the main man. Now, big up to you, Joseph Connor Golden, man. The Golden Goose. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Joe. But yeah, man, let's go straight into that Thierry Henry thing, because there's actually been, quite like Robbo says, yeah, there's been controversy. Do you know what? We'll start with your comment first, Robbo. This fan base is a total disgrace. Yep. For slating Thierry Henry for spitting facts. We'll get into this, and then we'll bring up what he sort of said. I guess when you're in denial, accepting the truth is the hardest thing to do. Do you know what? Yeah, you're 150% right here, bruv. And I'll tell you why you're 150% right. The fan base are a total disgrace, bar a few of us. And there ain't many of us. Of course, I'm including you, world class lot in this chat. Of course, I am. And a few of us guys, there's a few of us content creators that have got their heads screwed on. But mate, like, I've watched a couple of shows this morning and all of that, and like they're questioning the King Thierry Henry because he's spoken. They're questioning him, and they're going, well, I don't really know about the injuries and all of this lot. But you know what you say in this last little bit, yeah? When you're in denial, and these motherfuckers, beep, sorry, these motherfuckers. Oh yeah, sorry, I swear in the morning. Oh well. They're in denial. Accepting the truth is the hardest thing to do. Do you know what? That's what we're here for. That's what I always say I'm here for. Let's just destroy world truths. Let's just destroy their world truth. And we'll get into that right now. Let's bring it up on my screen. And let's take that off for 1 second. Right. Let's go through Thierry Henry's comments. Henry told the overlap, yeah? So when you look at the injuries and you look at the players that came, basically, he's saying the players that he brought in, he got Raheem Sterling when everyone wanted a 9. He had to get a 9. He had time to get a 9. Look at this, yeah? I'll highlight it for every single one of you to be able to see. He had time to get a 9, yeah? Plenty of time. Let's try and zoom in for those who can't see it, because I don't know, yeah, let's have a little go see. My laptop, I don't actually know how to do it. There we go. Zoom in. Bang, 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 bang. There we go. That's going to be a little bit better for you, and it's a little bit better for me. Let's go. When you look at the injuries and you look at the players that came in, he brought players. Yes, he did. He bought a left back, and he bought a central defensive midfielder and a goalkeeper. And then he bought Raheem Sterling when everyone wanted a 9. Everyone but one man. Yeah. Let's put it into context. Everyone but one man wanted a 9. Do you know why who that one man was? Have a guess. It's Mikel Arteta. And guess who's got the last say on transfers? Mikel Arteta. Yeah. Same. They're one and the same. He had to get a 9. Do you know what? If this man here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, Thierry Henry, says we had to get a 9, probably the greatest striker, one of the greatest strikers that ever lived, certainly the greatest striker that's ever gone through Arsenal's doors. Let's get that absolutely well and truly right. Do you know what? I might listen to him. Or would you rather listen to Mikel Arteta, one of the worst midfielders that come through the ranks at Arsenal? One of the worst captains, if not the worst captain, to ever captain Arsenal Football Club. Him and Martin Odegaard, they're having a little tug of war. The most pathetic, wimpiest tug of war on who's the worst captain of Arsenal Football Club you've ever seen in your life, by the way. Let's get through this. He's saying, I'm not the coach. No, you're not. I don't know the discussion when everyone was screaming for a 9. Apart from when we win, by the way, when we beat Madrid, we didn't need a 9. And he's saying this tongue in cheek, by the way. He's saying this tongue in cheek because he knows that's only one game in a calendar year that spans over 50, 60 games. They're saying it tongue in cheek, yeah? So what he basically goes on to say is he said on Julian Alvarez, yeah? And I'll add some more context into stuff as well because it doesn't say everything he said. So he said on Julian Alvarez, why are we not going in for this geezer? One of my favourite 9s out there at the minute, Julian Alvarez. We've been talking about it, putting pressure on, playing alone. Whatever you do, did you see the free kick he scored the other day? He knows who used to score good free kicks. Oh yeah, Thierry Henry did. Do you remember that free kick at Rome when we beat them 3-1? Wow, man, what a free kick we were talking about there. I know you in the chat, you'll remember that. He scored a hat trick that day. Come on, man, that was world class. At the Olympic Games, he played in the Copa America. Don't hear him saying, I'm tired. If you played under Mikel Arteta, you would, because he'd overplay you and expected to play left back, right back, centre back, central mid. Hopefully, nothing as bad is going to happen to him. Yeah, fingers crossed, obviously, you know what I mean? You like him. If Henry likes him, I fucking like him. Let's get that absolutely right. Also about whether Arteta about what Arteta has built. Let's have a little listen to what Thierry's got to say. At the beginning, when it's not your team, you need at the very least 3 or 4 transfer windows to be able to change everything. How many transfer windows do you reckon he's had? Should we go for it? Well, he had the winter one in 2020, summer one, winter one, summer one, winter one, summer one, winter one, summer one, winter one, summer one, winter one. Oh, yeah. This will be his 12th window. Yeah. 12. How many windows do you want? How many windows do you want, Arteta? He said at least 3 or 4. Okay, that was 2/3 ago. 2/3 ago. So you've got your own team then, he's basically saying, yeah? To be able to change everything that you want to change. Yep, he's already done that. It takes time. Yep, not 5.5 years though. You have to give the manager time to be able to implement what he wants to do. He's had plenty of time. Now, the last 3 years, we've been in a situation where we should at least bring a cup to the club or be in a final. This is Thierry Henry saying this. This ain't no mug. This ain't no Muppet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thierry Henry saying this, yeah? This is Thierry Henry. The last 3 years, he's gone back to when we bottled that league title. We have been in a situation where we should have at least bring a cup or in a final. What has Mikel Arteta done? Nada. Zero. Zilch. He's not done anything. Man United played 5 finals in the last 5 years. Let that sink in. Let that one digest in your little morning stomachs. Past your toast. Past maybe a bit of fried eggs and all of that. Yeah? Let that one digest with your coffee. Man United played 5 finals in the last 5 years. United that everyone laughs at. This is Thierry Henry's direct quote, by the way. Thierry Henry's direct quote. In the last 3 years of building, you didn't reach a final. Not even a final. I'll tell you what we did in the last 3 years, though. Yeah, we got to 2 semi-finals, didn't we? We did. What happened in them 2 semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen? World-class chat. What happened in them 2 finals? 2 semi-finals. We lost every single leg. Every single leg. Embarrassed 2-0 at home in Newcastle. Embarrassed 2-0 away to Newcastle. Embarrassed 1-0 at home to PSG. And embarrassed in the next leg as well. Missing open goals. What are we doing here? Thierry Henry says it. There you go. So I understand when people ask the question. Surely you should have competed for a trophy. We never did. Being in the final. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world-class chat to my right, any of you lot see this? Did you see this in the last 5 years? He's saying 3 years. He's being generous. Thierry Henry's being generous. I'm not going to be so generous in the morning. Competed for a trophy, being in the final. Did we do that in the last 5 years? World-class chat. No, we didn't. factually inarguable. What can you do? This year we didn't compete with Liverpool. Oh, but hold on a minute. So top gooners, let's just highlight this one here. So top gooners, yeah, top gooners. You know, the best fans in the world. You know, we're not, because we're negative and toxic. We're the worst thing to happen since well, I won't say that because it's in the morning. Um, yeah, that's the personality coming out. You know, we've got to harness it sometimes when it's 9 in the morning. This year we didn't compete with Liverpool. He didn't. We didn't compete with them. I didn't know what people think, but we didn't compete no more. Why are top gunners then telling us we're competing? But Thierry Henry, who's played with that man over there, Dennis Bergkamp, who's played with that man over there under his captaincy, Patrick Vieira, captain Campbell. Thierry Henry's played with all of them. He's lifted trophies. He's won invincible trophies. He's won doubles. He's won FA Cups numerous times. But don't worry, you've got to listen to the top gooners, because we did compete with Liverpool this year. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We never did. We never was. After 5 games, we were 2 points off of Liverpool, but in 4th place. After 10 games, we were 7 points behind. After 15 games, we were 7 points behind. After 20 games, we were 7 points behind. And then guess what? After 25 and 30 and 35, the gap just kept on growing. We was never in a title race with Liverpool. We never competed with them. They won their first 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever games, and they just cruised from then on to the title, and bloody deservedly so. Thierry Henry sees it, top gooners don't. Who do you side with, people? Who do you side with? So I don't side with the top morons. I don't think people think. I don't know what people think, but we didn't compete, not once. There you go. Thierry Henry saying it, ladies and gentlemen. How do you mud that man? Yeah, I'm not saying that his opinions have to be right every time, all the time, 150% of the time. But come on, yeah? Come on. Top gooners. What are you gonna say to your bro? Thierry Henry. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Let's decipher this quickly. Top Gooners either don't know who Thierry Henry is, because guess what? They started supporting Arsenal in 2019. That's it. Yeah, that's it. They're like, who's this Terry Henry geezer that's telling us we didn't compete? Who is this Henry guy? This is what we're dealing with in our fan base. Whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, there's a couple of other fans in the chat. There always is. World class, big up to you. You know what Thierry Henry's standards are. They're winning. And he's saying, I don't know what people think, but we didn't compete. And look at the last thing he signs off that with, yeah? Not once. Almost like Thierry Henry is saying what we've been saying, what I've been saying for the last year, 2 years, 3 years. But I've only been on YouTube not that long, so we'll just go to that scape. Since I've been on YouTube, Thierry Henry is saying the exact same things that I'm saying. The exact same thing Lee's saying, and Northside saying, and Jez is saying, and Kenny, and the Mats. The exact same thing. He's saying it's not good enough. So when you're world-class striker, you're the king of your club, is saying the same things that you're saying. I mean, I'm sitting here with a smile on my boat race. Yeah, let's just get that right. And I will come to the chat very, 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 very soon. Once I've done this little bit, we'll come to the chat and then we'll go for a few other little bits. If Thierry Henry's agreeing with me, or I'm agreeing with Thierry Henry, I can fucking live with that. I can live with that. But all these fans are like, oh, yeah, but Ian Wright was a great striker. Yes, he was. But guess what? He's paid by the club now, and he's a little bitch for the club now. Just like Martin Keown is. A little bitch for the club. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but Martin Keown says Arteta's doing a good job. Yeah, Martin Keown ain't the same Martin Keown that was climbing on Ruud van Nistelrooy back in 03, 04. Don't worry about that. He's not the same Martin Keown. Martin Keown wants to sell his book. Martin Keown wants to be a representative of this new Arsenal. Yeah, ignore that. I'll side with this geezer. One of the best players, well, the best player the Premier League's ever seen. I'm not saying this season was a disappointment. I disagree with you ever so slightly there, my friend. But it's normal that people are raising questions about what the team's doing. And this is what I wanted to say about this one. It's normal, right? It's normal that people are raising questions about what the team is doing. We get shut down on our side of the fence very, 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 very quickly by the other side of the fence, yeah? Because we are raising questions. We're asking questions. That's all we ever really do. Of course, we've got some opinions and all of that. I have, all of the boys have. But it's normal that we are raising questions. Why can't we raise questions? I think that's fair. Do you not? We've got to question this football club, how we're doing, the direction we're going. Because if we don't, it's just chaos, no? We've got to be doing things like this. And I think that's where Thierry Henry signs off there. He mentions, yeah. So he mentions, let's get rid of that. So he mentions about injuries and things like that there, that you don't actually see in that because he was on the over that, but it's actually a little bit more extensive than that. And I've seen some shows this morning that go, well, necessarily I don't agree with Thierry Henry saying that the injuries, and this is a direct quote from what Thierry Henry said, the staff and it's the Arsenal staff's fault or partly their fault. I'm paraphrasing of all the injuries, and I actually agree with that. And I've seen some shows this morning that have gone, nah, 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 nah. How can you say that it's the staff's fault? How can you say this? Injuries just happen. They don't just happen. It's part of poor squad building. It's part of poor squad building. He didn't have to not sign a striker and a winger in the summer. He didn't have to do that. He could have signed a striker and a winger. He didn't have to let 4 players go, whether you liked them or whether you didn't. He didn't have to weaken the squad significantly by letting 4 attack-minded players go. He didn't have to do that, but he did, and didn't replace them, and he didn't add to them. And we've been through this 1,000 times before with all the hamstring injuries. There's something to be said. But just like Thierry Henry said on his last opening question, why are we not allowed to question that or ask the question? That's the worrying thing. Why are we not allowed to question it or ask the question? Do we know exactly what's going on there? No, of course we don't know exactly what's going on inside. But guess what? We can ask the question. Why can't we raise it? Why can't we be a little bit worried about, why we're getting hamstring injury 7 and 3 of them being grade 3? All in different positions across the pitch, by the way. Why can't we be a little bit worried about that? Why can't we ask, why is this happening to us? I don't know. It's a little bit worrying for me. Let's come to the chat, man. Like Thief from Bike Thief. We got Nike Thief coming next in the next few weeks, have we? Unless you've already done it. Morning, Aaron. Another kick in the teeth for Arsenal fans. You're obviously talking about the Chelsea. Absolutely, 150%. Big up to you. It's the first time I've seen you post in the chat. I'm fairly certain. You may have been in there before. You may have posted, and if I've not seen it, apologies. But it's the first time I've noticed it. Big up to you, Spooko. Will Brass is the Chelsea. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Up the Chills. Morning, Aaron. Morning to you, mate. Up the Chills. We won it all. Exactly right. Do you know what? We can't say nothing to you. Fair play. Fair play. I don't like it. I really don't. I'll be openly honest with you and transparent. I don't like it. But you have won it all. Big up to you, Will Brass, mate. Hope you're well this morning, my brother. And my geezer, Shane, man. He's jumped in. And hello, geezer. Come on, give Shane the love this morning, man. He's our fridge freezer. I will be on with him 7:30 till 9. I've got other commitments at 9 o'clock, but we will be on the bruised banana. Reese, big up to you, man. I hate it, but it's going to be Sesko. We get in the front. We will come to that in a second, bruv. Don't worry about that. Good morning. KLS is in the building. Big up, geezer. Joseph Connor Golden, what you saying, man? Thing is, Aaron, you look at Palace, Newcastle, they don't have a big squad compared to us, but they won trophies, no excuse. That's it, bruv. Look at all the teams that won trophies, man. Won trophies. And Arsenal are supposed to be, well, they consider themselves better than them. At the start of the season, you'd have thought that Arsenal would have been better than every single one of the teams in England that won a trophy. Liverpool, everyone was saying, yeah, it's between us or Man City. It's our time. So you rule Liverpool out then. You rule Newcastle out. You'd expected us to lift the Carabao Cup at the start of the season. What about Palace? You'd expect us to lift the FA Cup. And obviously I know we won in a couple of the other competitions that the other teams are in, but it's still not fucking pretty, is it? That you've got to see the likes of Spurs. Come on, man. I can't even bring myself to say it. Yeah. Spurs something a cup. I don't even want to say the W word and relate it to Spurs. I'm not used to that. So we're just... Samuel, big up, brother. Big up, Aaron. I just woke up now. Oh, having a nice little cheeky lay in here. Big up to you, mate. I'm still pissed about Chelsea winning the conference when Arteta and his fan base have had so many excuses for not winning anything in 5 years. Yeah, join the fucking queue, mate. Join us, bruv. Yep, that's it. You're with us. We're all pissed off, mate. We're not happy about it, geezer. Not even 100%, 200% happy with it. We're fuming, son. Any excuses for not winning? But what they'll say is, whilst I totally get, yeah, you have to finish a little bit crap in the league to enter this competition, yeah? I totally get what other people will say in and around that. But they still won something. It's still, and the annoying thing about the Chelsea thing is it could have been anyone else, and I'd have gone, "Oh, I don't really care." But just for the very fact that they have now literally completed every single European trophy, that does mean that little bit extra, and it's double frustrating. I know Will Brass in the chat will be grinning from ear to ear, you bastard. A big up to you, man. Here we go, morning Ebenezer. Dazza's in the building. My season ticket geezer. He sits next to me. Fortunately, yeah. Fortunately, I've got someone like Dazza sat next to me and not Top Gooner. So love to Dazza as always, man. We got Peppermints jumped in. Big up Aaron in the chat. Big up to you. Great free kick taker. Apparently still waiting to see that. Yeah. I know you're not on about TT, but TT, what a free kick taker. Big up to you, man. Yeah, no, you're all good. Oi, I see you. I see you in the face jacker. Yeah. Oi, I love that show. I'm not gonna lie. The phone jacker and the face jacker. I can't think what channel you was in. Well, it might have been Jez's or something like that. I didn't really get a chance to say anything. Sometimes it's hard without interrupting and something like that. But bit of Brian Badondi on the fucking phone, bro. Yeah. Well, that's a funny fucking name, man, and a funny picture. I love that show. Anyone else watch this show? Face Jacker, absolutely fucking hilarious. Bro, Brian Badondi. Aaron, you want to hear a joke? Marmouche left Frankfurt in January for City. He said has more goals in the Bundesliga than Sesko. Yeah, this guy's a scrub. Ninth top scorer in Germany. Oh, yeah, mate. It's ridiculous. Mate, well, I've saved a nice little section for Sesko. Don't worry about that. Joseph Tyrell, big up to you, bruv. Write your comments. We need luck from Peach. This is exactly what I said. You know what I was saying about Thierry Henry and then referred to Ian Wright? See, you fans know, didn't you? See, my chat knows, bruv. This is the community we've built. You don't fuck around, do you, chat? You are top drawer. Write your comments again, exactly. We need the referees' luck, accountability, exactly. Well, Joseph, big up to you, man. I'm loving that comment. You see it. Yeah, that's it. You see it, bruv. That's what we're showing, man. Warm windows in a mansion. Mate, innit? Do you know what I mean? More windows in the fucking mansion's left wing, innit? Let alone the old the east wing, the west wing. What are we doing? Madness. FC always big up to you, brother. Nothing better in football than winning trophies. Exactly right. Obviously, like we had COVID in 2020, but I was at Arsenal's last final and last trophy where we won the FA Cup in 2017. So was Dazza Smoke Jew, by the way. So was Dazza Smoke Jew. Me and him. I've got a photo of us at Wembley. I'll try and sort of find it if I can. Maybe I'll have a little scroll. I won't have a little scroll right now. If I can find it, I'll upload it in this stream while we're having a little chat with the chat. I'm sure I've got it saved in there, but actually, I need to ask him if he wants me to show his face. So yeah, I probably should do that first. But big up the Dazza. If he don't mind, I'll scroll down and I'll find it. I'll show us a picture of us at Wembley for that final, man. That's what it's all about. Is what my point was. It's what it's all about. Winning, going to Wembley, winning at Wembley. That's what we're football fans for. We're about winning, not second place, man. Second place don't mean shit to me. All but it's better than third. All but you got 10 million more pound prize money. Let's actually deep that just quickly, yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, more prize money though. Let's have a little look at this, yeah. Prize money. Liverpool 181.5 million. We got 177, yeah. 4 million. Who gives a fucking shit about the prize money? We didn't win anything. Who cares? Let's just say we finished fifth because I didn't want us to finish fifth because I knew that we had to have Champions League football to get a better manager in while this prick got sacked. But there's only a 10 million difference, 10, 12 million. Will we spend that difference? No. Of course we won't. But I'll leave this up for you while I scroll down through the chat because there's a nice little thing. Maybe not everyone knows how much the prize funds are and things like that. So while I'm going through the chat, you can all have a little goosey at the how much you actually earn and let me know. Yeah, Auckland FC founded this season and finished top of the A League here in Australia. Oh, you're Australian, are you, bud? Big up, man. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, let me just say this now. I've got quite a lot of following in Australia. I'll tell you that. Big up to all of you Aussies, mate. Big up to all the Aussies, mate. And I'm glad you don't support Spurs with Big Ange, mate. I'm glad you're with Arsenal, mate. Big up to you, Face Jacker. Again, bro, Brian Bradondi. Gonna take a bath class. Was founded this season. That's it. Don't take long. Do you know what? Yeah, Face Jacker. I promise you. I'll tell you this, my brother, my Australian geezer from down under. I done a little show on this, and I went through every single person all the way, all the bloody way. Is Kiwi, not a fucking Aussie. Well, Australia. Fair dues, fair dues. I did just see you commented under there. He's a Kiwi. Well, do you know what? We'll just say from that area, from that area of the world, then to summarize it, so I don't offend you, my friend. Yeah. And he's like, "I'm unsubbing." Yeah, see you later, mate. I'm a fucking Kiwi geezer. What we doing here? Unsubbing. Never gonna chat in your chat again. Big up to you, Face Jacker. Yeah. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Suge is having a little laugh now, and yeah, he's like, yeah. Come on, man. We don't want them over here. We don't want them over here. I'm Australian. He's like, I'm a fucking Kiwi. Now I've started a fight, and everyone's gonna run sub. Sorry, didn't mean to. Now, big up to the Kiwis and the Australians in the chat. Come on, man. I don't really bother me where you're from, man. The fact that you're listening and having a little chat, you get my love regardless of where you're from, what you look like. We're all good here, man. Whether you're male or female, hopefully not anywhere in between. Do you know what I mean? Because there's only two genders. That's another conversation. But yeah, the fact that what you're saying is face jacker is, and you're absolutely right, my amigo, Brian Badondi, and all of that. Is it don't take time? I worked out it takes yeah, 0.2 years to win the Premier League. That's in history of the Premier League. It only takes managers 2.2 years. Madness, bruv. Madness. Arteta's been here for 5.5. Why is it taking him well over twice as long and he still ain't win it? In fact, he's getting further away from it. Why is that? Why is that? Oh yeah, because he's a shit manager and he's not good enough. That's probably why. Joseph, man, yeah, it says about the cups. He hits the nail, and yeah, exactly. The video where he rested the overlap, the panel was listening so carefully. Exactly, because he's right. He's right. But you got idiot. He's right. I won't go down that avenue. To be fair, I'll have to keep a little bit stum on that. But you know what? I will do. Let's get this up just quickly. I will come to the rest of the chat because I wanted to mention this. Let's take this one thing off. Actually, now let's stick with the chat for 2 minutes because there are a lot of comments in there, and I'm a little bit behind. Let's stick with the chat. Let's stick with the chat. Some Arsenal fans want Sesko over Gyokeres. We will come to the Sesko bit in a second, man, because we've got a lot to say about that. We got with Chelsea winning a trophy. Arsenal have a longer trophy drought than the rest of the Premier League Big Six combined. Wow, yeah, this is a stat and a half. Yeah, Arsenal 1,992 days. The rest of the Big Six 745. Man, that is a big boy stat. That is a big boy stat and a half. AFC always. Big up to you, bruv. Wait, price. Where did this price come from? We will get to that. Big up to Nick's Football Club, bruv. Here's our man from Australia, I do hope. Yeah. Big up to you, Nick, man. Go and give this geezer a follow, man. He don't just do Liverpool content, he does content across the board of all sort of stuff, man. So do you know what I mean? It's all football related. I don't know if you do any other things outside of football, but it's not just Liverpool stuff he talks about. Go and give a geezer a follow. And trust me, when someone gets my little seal of approval, they're a good geezer, I promise you. And he's saying, oi, 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 oi to you, Nick, man. Come on, go give this geezer some love, man. If you're a Liverpool fan, right up your street. What you doing? Go and click over there now and give him a sub. Give him a like, man. If you don't even know about Nick, where the fuck have you been? Come on, man. Fridge freezer. Absolute fridge freezer, yeah. Any else fan that disagree with Henri, yeah. They can go off the block. Godfrey, big up to you, brother. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Even United spent one day at the top of the table this season. Yeah, exactly. We didn't spend one day at the top of the table. How on earth do people think that we competed? Madness, bruv. Madness, bruv, man. And we got Suge. Big up to Suge, man. My brother from down under. Big up Aaron in the chat. Hit the like and subscribe. Suge, you are too kind, my friend. Too kind. Big up to Suge, man. Always, man. He supports a lot of the channels, man, and he quite rightly gets a lot of the love from people, man. Big up to Suge, man. Always, my brother. Let's try and get through some of these more, and then we'll carry on with the Sesko shit because the Sesko shit is ridiculous. I promise you. Agree with all of that. Big up TJ. However, we aren't calling them a bitch to their face. I'm comment on that. I'd comment on that one. No. The thing is, bruv, is that we're all different. Like we all do different things in different ways. Do you know what I mean? Like I am more of a person that does things like that. Do you know what I mean? And whether you agree or don't agree with it, TJ, that's all well and good. Do you know what I mean? That's just who I am. I would say it to people's faces. So I don't mind saying it on here. I'm the exact same guy as I am off cam. As the exact same guy as I am on cam. Um, and I would do it. I didn't get this bent, broken nose for being nice. I can promise you that. That TJ. I've had a difference of opinion with a lot of people, and sometimes it's cost me, sometimes it's gained me. It just is what it is, my friend. Do you know what I mean? Ben Taylor, big up to you, brother. Cheers for stopping by. And ultimately, yeah, TJ, I know you're being cool, man. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I just do things how I want to do things. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how I am. And that ain't gonna change anytime soon. Some people like it, some people don't. The people that like it, buzz in. The people that don't like it, fuck off. I don't care. There's an X in the top right hand corner. Salah, adios, bon voyage, toodaloo. Keown, the world will still spin with or without me. Who cares? Keown and Wright are a disgrace. Facts for being on the payroll and handling the PR, mate. That's exactly why I say it, bruv. They're a proper double treble disgrace, mate. On the also question the hamstring injuries. That's exactly right, my friend. That's exactly right. And this is what a lot of people started crying about. Yeah, they started crying about. Oh, I don't really know if you can. I don't really know if you can question why it's the club staff that's handled it. Of course, it's the staff. Maybe not every single one of them, but I guarantee you a lot of them. Why is the manager not rotating players? Why is he not rotating anyone? That's worrying. Why is he not rotating anyone? That'd help with injuries, no, because the most common thing of a hamstring injury is being overplayed. So why is he not rotating people? And then people go, well, he ain't got the squad. Okay, why ain't he got the squad? Why ain't he got the squad? Why did he sell 4 attacking minded players and replace them with Sterling, who he doesn't play, when we needed 2 or 3 attacking players in the beginning? That's like a 7 or 8 player swing. And he don't even rotate them anyway. So whose fault is it? Everyone just wants to deflect away from the fact that Mikel Arteta is to blame for a lot of this. But what can we do, man? Only experts are allowed to ask expert questions these days. Exactly right. Yeah. But no one's allowed to question it. Just like what Thierry Henry said, bruv. All we're doing is just asking the question. But you know what? When the uncomfortable questions get answered, no one likes it, bruv. No one likes it like Thief. No one likes it, bruv. Injuries are the doctors to deal with. I always say this, Reese, bruv. There isn't a world that exists where the doctors are giving Mikel Arteta correct and sound advice, and Mikel Arteta is listening to it. That doesn't exist. That universe. I bet that the doctors are giving Mikel Arteta wonderful advice, and yeah, he's kind of being overplayed it. Mikel Arteta ain't listening to it. He ain't listening to it. There isn't a world where the doctors are doing their job and Mikel Arteta is listening to it. There ain't. It don't exist. We wouldn't have 7 hamstring injuries this year and 4 or 5 knee injuries this year. Why have we got 11 injuries in there? Two of them are exactly the same injuries, and they're spread all around the pitch. So you can't even just go, oh, well, maybe he's just expecting Saka and Martinelli to bomb up and down the wing. Why both of our centre backs got injuries and a hamstring, grade 3 and a grade 1? Why is that? Why has our striker got a grade 3? Why has our midfielder got a hamstring injury? Every single department, by the goalkeeper's got a hamstring injury. Why is that? Because he plays the same 11 every single week. It's not rocket science. It just well ain't rocket science. Big up, Mad Max, bruv. It just ain't, man. Morning to you as well, James. Big up to you, brother. Blade Conference League is the old Cup Winners' Cup trophy that AFC won in '94. I mean, it's yeah. They've obviously added another European trophy. I see the angle that you're coming from. Yeah, when we beat a little bit of Parma, our last little cheeky European trophy all them years ago, 31 years ago, soon to be 32 next year. Big up ads, bruv. 93 million for Sesko. I know. Yeah. I'm not joking, bruv. I'm not joking. That is literally the price rather that they're saying. Lufan, let's be real. Manager can only deliver a trophy at the same time and compete for the league position. Problem is Arteta failed in that in the last 5 seasons. Fact. Not even can deliver one single trophy. Not even can deliver a final. Not even a final, bruv. When Brian meets a random. Bro. Oh, you know it, Peppermint, bruv. Oh, yes. Bro, with me, Bram Berdonde. Bro, we're going to take a bath class. When Brian meets a road man. That's funny, man. does the does the poetry class. Oh, that is funny, man. Boy, that episode is hilarious, man. But it's no Augustas. Is he the one that does the? He's the one that does the driving, doesn't he? I'm sure he is. Is that not? Augustus Quemby. Is that the geezer that does the driving instructions class? I'm sure it is, man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man. Bones to a cheese shop. What about when he goes to the wine shop and all? I'm sure he goes to like a wine. He's like, "Oh, you've got wonderful fires." That is some funny shit, man. Redberg, big up to you, brother. See my shit club getting Allegri when the content is available. That's what a loser club looks like. Fact, bruv. Big up to you for being in here, man. Gyokeres, big up to you as well, bruv. I'm just after flying 100 on the new shirt. Yeah, mate, that's it. Do you know what the what do you call it? The authentic shirt's even more. You didn't have any printed name on it. Yeah. If you was to have got the authentic shirt, which is 120, 130 quid, so probably 150 euro, or maybe 140 euro. If you was to get a name in a shirt on that, it's like 160, 170 quid. It's a joke, mate. Absolute joke, man. I don't know. Like it's ridiculous. But the clubs are fleecing you. You all know this, bruv. Yeah, I agree with you, bruv. 150%, mate. I'd have Conte. I'd have Conte in a heartbeat. I would. Absolute heartbeat, man. Exactly, bruv. Yeah, was it a crime to start supporting Arsenal? Yeah, could have picked other teams, mate. Whereabouts are you from, Samuel? Because unless your dad or family member was like, you must support Arsenal. If you've had a free reign to choose who you wanted to support, you've definitely chose the wrong team, brother. I'm telling you, especially under this manager. No, yeah, yeah, we go. Yeah, we finally got to it. Yeah, nah, yeah. Sorry. Big up to you, bruv, man. Yeah, so just having a giggle, man. Yeah, that's it. We're all having a little giggle, man. Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit of harmless fun. Big up TJ's from Australia, man. Big up to you. First season for a new A League team. Got a lot of salary cap exemptions. Oh, is that what they're doing over there now? Is it? I wouldn't mind seeing that over here, but it'd be difficult to implement in Europe, man. Teams in the first season always do well, give them many advantages. Still one though. Yeah, yeah, nah, fair play to him, man. But yeah, I'd love to see that over here, like some form of salary cap. I just think it's going to be a little bit too difficult. No, no, I will go and watch that. I will go and watch that, bruv. And yeah, that's it. Hit that like button, man. Come on, what we doing here? What we doing here? I don't know what likes we're already at already. Let's have a little goosey. We got 26 likes. Come on, man. We can do a little bit better than that. Let's get us to 40. I think we can do that before we wrap up. 150%. We're gonna talk about Sesko now. Didn't see it, gals. Yeah, I didn't either, man. I'll have to have a little goosey of that. We got Hendo in the building. Big up to Hendo, man. Always a pleasure. And then I had the misfortune to hear Harry Simeon on TalkSport this morning. He was waxing lyrical on what a fantastic job Arteta's done at Arsenal. This is the problem that we deal with. Do you know what else is a big, massive problem? People want this geezer. People want this geezer. Do you know how much he's costing? And people are saying it in the chat. £93 million is the new fee for Benjamin Sesko. Hold on 1 second. I'll repeat that after I have a little swig of Red Bull. £93 million Leipzig want for a 21-year-old striker that is nowhere near in the top 5 goal scorers in the Bundesliga. Yeah, guess what, Leipzig? You can fucking keep him, mate. Don't worry about that. You can absolutely keep him. What are we doing here, man? 93 million quid for him. What, they trying to like price him out so no one else buys him or something like that? You can keep him. It's not even that good. 93 million pound for Benjamin Sesko. Are you shitting me? Let's have a little look at his stats, yeah? Let's just see what the 93 million of value brings for Benjamin Sesko. Bumped again. Do you know what the worst thing as well is, bruv? The worst thing as well is you can see it happening. You can see us blowing all our load on it. And then in a year's time going, well, we did spend 100 million on Sesko. That's why we couldn't sign anyone else in the window. We got to stay away from this, bruv. I'm telling you. What phase is Maresca in? Yep, Hendo, exactly, mate. It didn't take two trophies, exactly, bruv. That's the second trophy in 2 years. It's ridiculous. Lufan, here we go. Keep him with a Sesko thing. £93. Gyokeres, exactly. Gyokeres, 60 million plus £30. We can buy another striker. You get Gyokeres and his wages for this guy. Gyokeres and his wages for 5 years. Let's have a little look at Sesko's, yeah? Because for 93 million, I'm expecting like an all-star striker. Are you all not? Let's have a little look, shall we? Let me get it up on the screen so we can all see just the level and magnitude of world classness that Benjamin Sesko brings for 93 million euros or pounds, sorry, not even euros. Let's get it up for you guys. Give me 2 seconds. Let's get this helmet off the screen. This overpriced helmet. Oh, now you've got an underpriced helmet on the screen. Apologies. Let's get that off and let's go. Boom. Let's have a look at his goals, shall we? All right, 93 million gets you 13 league goals and 5 assists, ladies and gentlemen. 13 league goals, 5 assists. Anyone happy with that? Anyone happy with that? Do you know what this sounds like? This sounds like Kai Havertz. This sounds like Kai Havertz. Why on earth would we spend 93 million to only ever so slightly, possibly maybe ish kind of upgrade on Kai Havertz? What are we doing here? 93 million quid for 13 goals. We might as well just keep Jesus and hope that he gets fit. Absolute madness. Oh, but don't worry though. He did score 4 and 4 in the DFB Pokal. Don't worry about that. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, that's buzzing. Look, he got 21 goals in total. Who cares? Who cares? That is not a striker. Look what he's done in the league. 13. 13 and 5 assists. Jesus Christ, bruv. Yeah, man. That's madness. Yeah, it definitely don't translate to 10 Bundesliga goals as 10 Premier League goals, does it, bruv? I got to agree with you there, man. What's his pedigree then? What's his pedigree? Oh yeah, look, last year, oh, he only got 14 as well. So he's found his level. We found a base level for Benjamin Sesko, and we expect him to come to the Premier League and better it. Benjamin Sesko has had a phenomenal season if he comes to the league and gets 13, 14 goals. That's for Benjamin Sesko standards, not Arsenal Football Club standards. That's for Benjamin Sesko standards, by the way. That is not good enough. That is nowhere near good enough. We've found his level. Oh, look. Oh, the season before. There you go. Look, same amount of goals. On average, what is it? He scored 13, 14. So he's averaging about 15, 14.5, 15 goals over the last 3 years. Over the last 3 years, he's averaging about 14.5 goals in the league. That's over the last 3 years. Oh, but he's young. Who cares about whether he's young or not? I don't want a young striker unless they're going to be hitting top numbers. He's not hitting top numbers. If he was 21 and getting 21 goals every single year in the league, I'll be going, do you know what? Maybe that sounds a little bit better. And then one season he hit 25. Maybe he got 18 the one before. Then he got 21. Then he got 25. I'll be like, yeah, the geezer's on the rise. Who cares if he's young? But I'll tell you what, I care if he's young and he's hitting average Gabriel Jesus numbers, average Kai Havertz numbers. Why on earth, when you've got Gabriel Jesus, whose highest league scoring campaign is 14, and Kai Havertz is what, 14 or 15 maybe? Why on earth would you spend 93 million pounds to get another striker that can't score more than fucking 15 league goals or 16? That was two, 3 years ago. What are we doing here? Why is this a thing? Surely this now has to be the point where Arsenal go, yeah, Leipzig, yeah. Now you really are taking the absolute piss. Yeah, no chance, mate. No chance. Come on, people, man. This ain't good enough. This is why we like to pull the stats up, because everyone's like, oh, yeah, Sesko, he's a young and upcoming striker. No, he ain't. He's not upcoming. He's just an average striker. How do I know he's an average striker? I'll tell you how I know he's an average striker, because in the last 3 seasons, the average is 14.5 goals. That's how I know in the average striker. It's not hard. That's what I mean. Everyone. You don't always just have to come over and have a little goosey. Do you know what I mean? When people start telling you shit, have a little look for yourselves. Always stat check these mutants that are like, oh, yeah, he's a good signing. He ain't a good signing. And the stats are here to prove it. He's an average signing. Guess what we've already got up front, people? We've already got average. We've already got average. Why do we need more average for 100 million quid? Declan Rice won average for 100 million quid. He was a good striker, good midfielder, quality. He raised the level in his department. I like Declan Rice. This geezer does not raise any levels. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. It's as simple as that. Exactly. Yeah, Berta wants Jesus gone, but he's injured till December. Rip his contract up. Rip it up. Off you go. Along with Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu and Gabriel Jesus. Piss off. Go away. Go away. Get out of the football club. You're done. Tomiyasu 6 minutes. Gabriel Jesus. Well, they're offering absolutely nothing. Rip them up and start again. Move away from them. They're useless. It's just a taller Werner. There we go. Say less, isn't it? Joshua, big up to you, brother. Say less. Exactly right. We might as well fold the club. Robbo, absolutely 150% facts. Exactly. Just got poised. So, exactly right. If he can't score 20 plus goals in 3 seasons in the Bundesliga, I'm sorry, you are most likely not going to score 20 plus in the Premier League. Like, that's likely. He might do that. We can't say for certain that he ain't. But when you put the likelihood of it, if in 3 seasons he can only manage 16 goals, and by the way, that was 2 years ago, so he's actually regressing by his own standards, because we can see here, 3 seasons ago, 16 goals. Last season, 14 goals. This season, 13 goals. So he's not even in an upward trajectory. He's not even on an upwards trajectory. He's actually scoring less every single season. He peaked 3 seasons ago. What are we doing here, man? 93 million quid. It's not even worth it the other way round. It's not even worth 39. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. We best not be going anywhere near this geezer. Yeah, exactly right. Oh, we needs to bed in. And look, we got Yasser. Big up to Yasser. He's a cool guy, man. And fair plays to you, man. And Will Brass in the chat as well. Big up to you. Yeah, that's it. Trophy. Yeah. Fuck off, Yasser. Nah, I love Yasser, man. Go and like and subscribe to Yasser's show, man. This channel. Did I hear right? You got to 300 or so plus? Did you, brother? Big up to you, Yasser, man. All the best to you, my friend. And Suge, brother from down under, says, think about it, 93 million, we can get Gyokeres and Cherky. Bruv, exactly right, mate. With change, by the way. With change, mate, you could probably get Gyokeres, Cherky, and pick up Jonathan David and pay his signing on fee, and probably a Leroy Sané as just a backup as signing on fee for what this geezer would cost you. What 13 league goals in the previous season would get you, Suge. I'm with you, Suge. I think we're all with Suge. We're all with this geezer. 93 million, what it can get you. I'll tell you what it does get you if you pay it in its entirety. It gets you 13 league goals in the Bundesliga. Worrying, bruv. Someone said pull up the Gyokeres stats. I will get that in 2 seconds, but big up to you, Suge, man. Come on. Always, my brother. Pull up the Gyokeres stats. That's it. Yeah, I'll get that in 2 seconds, man. You get Pavlidis, Jonathan David with a 93 million, with staff 40 million change. Big up Gun Down. Exactly right, man. Another geezer that knows his stuff. Go and give Gun Down a cheeky little like and subscribe over to his stuff, man. He's a good geezer. Phase 5. Oi, mate. This is phase failure, not phase 5. Phase failure, bruv. It has been phase failure all season, mate. And rather brain cell would buy Glock over Sesko. I'll tell you what, I'd rather buy Glock over Sesko. One of them, bang, over my head. Yeah, I'd rather shoot myself in the head than see Arsenal have Sesko lining up. Let's get it absolutely right. Right, we have another average striker again, like Havertz. Exactly right. They're pulling the same numbers, everyone. The same numbers, bruv. Come on, man. Low fat, my fat. Big up, geezer. Good deal for City. Jesus to Arsenal. Pulled your pants down on that one. Absolutely, man. They pulled our pants down and exposed a little 1-inch winky. That's how badly we got our pants pulled down. Do you know what I mean? Sesko will be our Isaac. I know, yeah. Well, here we go. There's the stats right in front of everyone. He just won't be, will he, Robbo? Me and you know that, bruv. This world-class chat know that, but not a lot of people know that, man. 1 million on a Yaris. Well, I like the analogy, bruv. I like the analogy, man. Big J Shreds has come back over in the building, man. Big up to you, brother. The fact we're talking about Sesko is embarrassing. Everyone be nice to him. Have you seen the fucking biceps and triceps on the geezer? Be nice to him, yeah? No, big up, Big J Shreds, man. I can see why they call you Big J. Big up to you, brother. Yeah, listen, I don't know how much of it you've been listening to or not, my bruv. But yeah, 13 goals last season. This season, 14 goals last season. 16 goals the season before. Guess what? He ain't it. He's pulling up Jesus and Havertz numbers. He's shit. He always has been shit, and he's never gonna be any better. He's average. Sesko's not worth 90 million. Of course he ain't, bruv. Even a billionaire, the Blues will not pay that. Of course. Oh, well, actually, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. There's probably something in that. I mean, that they throw away their money left, right, and centre. Them Blues, didn't they? But I mean, for 93 million quid, nah, 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 nah. Come on, man. Arsenal ain't got that kind of money to throw. Sackable offence, exactly. Wanting Sesko over Gyokeres. Let's have a little look at the Gyokeres. Yeah, Gyokeres. Let's get him in there. Let's see his stats. Let's see what 30 million pound less looks like, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Shall we look what 30 million less pound looks like in terms of numbers? Let's have a little goosey. Let me just make sure it's on your yeah, yeah, yeah. We're all looking. Good, good. So I keep forgetting sometimes to upload it. Here we go. Let's see what the league form looks like. Oh, 39. Okay, okay. So to put it into perspective, in them 3 seasons, what did he get? 16, 14, that's 30, and then a 13. So he's got what? 43 goals, yeah? Sesko in his last 3 seasons has got 43 league goals. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair to say. 16, 14, that's 30. And then plus the no 16 plus the 14, yes, 30 plus the 13, yeah, 43. Yeah, that's the maths on. Oh yeah, Gyokeres has scored 39. So in 3 seasons, Gyokeres has got 4 less goals. Okay, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, and last season as well, in 33, he got 29. Okay, okay, cool. Oh, and then in the championship, he got 21 as well. So let's do some maths. 30, 50, 89 goals in his last 3 league campaigns. 89. 89 league goals in his last 3 league campaigns. Yoko's got 43. Less than half. Less than half. The stats are there. There you go. What did we do the math? 43 league goals for Gyokeres, for Sesko, 89 for Gyokeres. 89 for Gyokeres. What a year, by the way, as well, 89. Not only was I born, Arsenal won the league at Anfield. Big up to Mickey Thomas. There you go. The stats are there. That's less than half, bruv. And he's also a third less in price. What are we doing here? What are we waiting on for? What are we doing? Why is this? Even if you just went and gone, do you know what? Let's just release this clause for 85 million quid. You're still saving 8 million quid. It's madness, man. You look at them stats there. Let me drag it down just a tiny little bit to see if you can squeeze the. Can you get that championship one in there? There you go. You might still be able to. Can you? Or can you not? Let me zoom out a little bit. Let's go zoom out just so you can see all 3 in there. There you go. That's a little bit better. Now you can all see it in there. 39, 29, and 21. There you go. We'll keep that up there just so everyone can see. 89 league goals. 89 league goals. And we're choosing a geezer that scores an average 14 a season. Come on, man. Time to wake up. This is what having a manager like Mikel Arteta in charge that don't know what he's doing does to you. It's worrying. It's very, very, very worrying, people, because if this, by the way, let me just take it from this point. This is a worrying thing, right? Because Mikel Arteta has got transfers very, 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 very wrong recently. And I mean very, very, very wrong. If Arsenal choose the wrong striker this summer and whether they spend 70 or 80 million on Gyokeres or 90 million on Sesko, we won't be replacing that next season. So if we sign Sesko for 93 million quid and it doesn't work out this year, do you reckon we're going to be going in and spending another 100 million or 150 million on Isaac to repair it next season? Nah. They're going to go, well, we've given you 100 million to sign a striker. There's your striker. Get the best out of him. We best choose correctly. I can promise you that. We better choose correctly this summer after guess what? Guess what will happen? We will be fucked. We'll be stuck with Gabriel Jesus on 265k a week that don't score or don't even stay fit. We'll be stuck with Kai Havertz, 280k a week that can only muster between 10 and 15 goals a season. And we'll be stuck with Benjamin Sesko, 100 million, probably spread over 4 or 5 years, paying that off, probably only going to be scoring 10 to 15 goals a season. And he'll probably be on about 200k a week as well. We've got to get this right, ladies and gentlemen. If there are any ladies in the building, big up to you. We have to get this right. We can't be signing this Sesko geezer. We've got 3 years of history to prove it, and he's getting worse. 3 seasons ago, we've seen it. We've gone through it. World class chat. He got 16 goals. Last season, he got 14 goals. This season, he got 13 goals. He's not getting better, but the price is going up. Why is that? We got to swerve it. Get Gyokeres in now. Release the clause. Don't piss around. Just do what needs to be done and get that signing in, for crying out loud. Come on, man. Gyokeres plus Chug. People are saying it exactly. You can get him for the same price. I hope that Bert has done something making this shit up. Yeah, I mean, you got to hope it's, pardon me, games. I mean, hope you're well, Aaron. Big up to you, brother. Feels on his comments is spot on. Yeah, nah, mate, he's absolutely spot on. But do you know what? Do you know what? Only the moron Arsenal fans ain't agreeing with him. Only the morons on the other side of the fence. They were like, "Oh yeah, but I kind of don't agree with some of the things that he said." Everything that he said was absolutely spot on, by the way. And he's a winner. He's a winner. That's one for this football club. Yeah. What did you say to that, man? Get Gyokeres a number 10. That's it. But we probably won't do that, brother. But big up, man. Big up Snake Eyes as well in the building. Big up to you. Sesko's the next big thing. I know, man. Yeah, oh, it's ridiculous. 100 million, bruv. Come on, man. That is ridiculous, son. Done down. Sesko's an Arteta signing. Exactly right. Gyokeres is a Berta signing. Ignite the power struggle. And this is a fantastic point that you've just said there, Carl Wham. Big up to you, bruv. We're going to see a little tug of war of who's going to win. And I just hope Berta's got the bigger biceps on the day. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be yanking him straight over. He's got to be pulling that rope, mate. Do you know what I mean? A little tug of war. I hope Berta wins. Otherwise, what's the point in him being here? And surely he ain't going to be a little Arteta bitch boy. Do you know what I mean? Sesko carries Sporting CP won the league back to back. Yeah, I'm sure you're on about Gyokeres there. Now put Sesko at Sporting. Yeah, that's a great point, man. Exactly. It won't happen. He won't score all of them goals. Look at them goals. 39. Oh, and guess what as well? While Sesko is on a downwards trajectory in terms of scoring goals, look at what Gyokeres is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's on an upwards trajectory. 21, 29, and 39. Upwards trajectory. Sesko's is on a downward trajectory. I don't want a 21-year-old kid. I want a 26, 27-year-old that's there. He's ready to take the next step. He's been scoring goals left, right, and centre. This is what we got to be doing, people, man. Sackle of offence, exactly. Yeah, facts, bruv. Gyokeres. Oh, yeah, sorry, just read that one out. Top gooders are calling Gyokeres fat. Yeah, man. Exactly. It's just any excuse because Mikel Arteta wants Sesko, so it's any excuse. They're just building up their little pack of excuses. Yeah, Endo always talks facts, man. Signed 11 goals and 6 assists in 30 games in the same league. Wow. Say less there, bruv. Do you know what, man? Let's just talk about Leroy Sané just quickly while you got that. Because whilst I don't want him as our new starting left wing. I really, really, really don't, by the way. I wanted to make that abundantly clear while I started off. I don't want him to be our new starter. But what I do want Arsenal to do is freshen up that left side because I'm sorry, Trossard and Martinelli, that's stale, son. That is stale as fuck. Like that's a bit of toast that's been left out for 2 days. That's not good. That's no good. We need to freshen that up. And if we can get a starter left winger in, i.e. a Rodrigo or someone like that, whoever they choose, and then get a Sane to be able to float between left and the right wing, I'll be happy with that. You know, it doesn't really matter when we sign him. I'll go for him now and get him in the door. Just say, there you go, we've got our little backup. Now we can concentrate on something like that. These are market opportunities. Like, if you was to say to me, do you want him as your new left wing signing? Nah, I don't want him to be our starter. I don't want him to be there to be our, you know what I mean, our new shiny new toy. I want him to be the backup for a right and a left. I think that's a smart signing to sort of make. A few people may or may not disagree. That's just how I sort of see that. Surely you could get Mateta cheap and highly. Or in fact, he's scored some good goals this year, man. Like there's plenty of players that we can get over Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Two contingent, yeah, and injured. Yeah, no, I do hear that. And see if contacted Turkey. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Why are we not in for him? Because we just don't get these type of fucking valued players, do we? We never have these market opportunities. Yeah, Sesko valued at 93 million, man. Like you said, you could get Gyokeres and someone like Ryan Cherky in for the same price. It's madness, man. Yeah, yeah, he's decent. He is decent, Mateta, man. I can outscore Sesko and Havertz. Boy, 100%. Havertz got 9 league goals, all but he's injured. So it wasn't exactly set on for a fucking 30 goals whole season, was he? Do you know what I mean? Says another thing about Mikel Arteta. Every rate Sesko over Gyokeres. Facts, bruv. Absolute facts. 150% facts. The thing is, yeah, let me take this as well from a low fat mo fat, yeah. And you're saying a lot of what people have been saying as well. Gyokeres don't suit Arsenal style. I don't want Gyokeres in there for Mikel Arteta style. I want Gyokeres in there for now, work with him, and for the new manager. It's not just about Arteta. I don't think that Arteta's going to be here for the next 5 years. I want Gyokeres in because I reckon the new manager after Mikel Arteta gets sacked, hopefully this year, can get a tune out of Gyokeres. I'm long term for a new manager, man. I I don't believe as little in a human being as I do on Mikel Arteta. I don't believe in him whatsoever. There isn't a human breathing oxygen right now who I believe less in than Mikel Arteta. So Gyokeres is for the now and he's for the next manager. He's for 150% the next manager. I don't want the striker that this manager wants because I don't want this manager. Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you know what I mean? William, Jesus, Havertz, Trossard. Oh, it's embarrassing. Add Marquinhos into that, man. It's ridiculous. Sarkisian will cost him his job. 100%, mate. 150%. It should have already cost him his job, bruv. Should have already cost him his job. Binkai, it's exactly right. We copy and paste, bruv. Sesko, exactly shreds. It's ridiculous, bruv. Ridiculous. I hate Arteta, obsessed with the tall guy. Facts. It's a joke. We all know Arteta spent 93 million on Sesko and still start. Oi, that's the funny slash not so funny thing about it. We can all see that, man. One of Suge, 150%, man. That's funny, man. I read that Bert wanted to sell Odegaard to fund Verts. Mikel said no. If that is true, Richie, bruv, that is horrendous. I haven't seen that, but Jesus Christ, man. Victor has 93 goals in total 102 games. Madness, bruv. Madness. Come on, mum. This is what we're doing here. Madness, bruv. Can't trust Arteta with this. Yeah, look at his signings. Sambi Lokonga. Do you know what I said to you either on yesterday morning show or the one before that? What did I say to you? I said to you, I can see Sambi Lokonga coming here and being Jorginho's replacement. And guess what happens? I know it's from AFTV, but they're right. Arsenal extend Albert Sambi Lokonga's contract by 12 months. We all knew it. That's our Jorginho new midfield signing, by the way. What I tell you yesterday or the day before, it was one of the two. That's what we'll be doing. We'll be keeping Lokonga in there. I said it. Guess what happens? We extend the contract, and I guarantee you that's not for a sale. He will be replacing Jorginho floating in and around the squad. I can promise you all of that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, this is just how we move, ladies and gentlemen, man. You can see it from a mile off. You don't have to have a crystal ball to see this nonsense. It's farcical. On the chat sound, it don't fit our style. Yeah, no, I can sort of semi-half understand where he's sort of coming from. I sort of suppose I don't necessarily agree with that, but either way, like get Mikel Arteta out, and get the new manager in, get Conte and getting Inzaghi and get Simeone in. He'll get a tune out of Gyokeres. You don't even need a good manager to get a tune out of Gyokeres. He's a goal scorer. He will score you goals. But Mikel Arteta is petrified of a goal scorer. Definitely wouldn't take Sane as a starter. Yeah, 100%. Me neither. But as a backup player, this is exactly right. Yeah. This is exactly what I want him. We need to shake that position up, Suj. And yeah, I'm totally with you on that one. That's why I wanted to get it sort of out there as first. I don't want Sane to come in and be our new left wing wizard. I want him to just come in, float around the squad, something new. If it don't work out, sell him the season after. Do you know what I mean? Just take the opportunity. He might come in, and even if he gives you one season, one good season as a backup where, he comes on and scores a winning goal and gets you 3 points or 2 points, obviously, from a draw, or scores a double, whatever. You kind of get what I'm saying. If he comes in and makes a positive contribution, even for one season as a better of a season, then shit for the next two. As long as his contributions win you something for one season, it's a success. And sell him for 10, 15 million the season next. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself some money. Put it towards a kitty to another striker, another midfielder. Who knows, man? But we don't do things like that. Le fan big up for like now. Berto and Arteta have a big debate on the decision? Well, the thing is, yeah, only Zubamende job done, but that ain't done yet either. But what I will say is surely Berto wouldn't have accepted the job if he knew that he weren't going to have final decisions on things. Like it'd have been sort of pointless. I just can't see him doing that, man. Um, could have signed Kvaratskhelia years ago and got Marquinhos instead. Facts, yeah. Don't think, yeah, boy, mate, that is worrying, isn't it? That we saw something more in Marquinhos, who's by the way left for free. Did the club give us £3.5 million charity money that we gave whoever signed Marquinhos from? Did we get 3.5 million? Nah, they just signed him for free. Classic Arsenal being mugs again. Give him what he wants. Give him all the signings he wants. So there can be no excuses this time next year. I get what angle you're coming from, bruv. But if you give him all the signings that he wants, bruv, I mean, I just fear for what nonsense that it conjure up. We'd end up with a Zubamendi, obviously, which is fine. We'd end up with Sesko. We'd end up with Williams, who just ain't gonna cut it in this league. I don't think. He ain't even cutting it in Spain really this year either. To be fair, he had one good Euros, and then we're going to spend 50, 60 million on him. He's not for me, man. I don't think he's for England either. I see what angle you're saying from it, bruv, but look at it from our point of view, Shreds, yeah, it's just going to be another season where you can just go Control Alt Delete. We might as well just forget about it, innit? Like we've got to get it right this season, man. I know where you're coming from. That's just where unfortunately our thought process is. It's frustrating, isn't it? Where we're like that already. We're just like, oh, just give him what he wants. A little bitch is gonna get what he wants anyway. Do you know what I mean? Frustrating, bro. Big up to you, Andrew. Big up to you, Gavin. Zero Requiem, brother. Or it turned into Jonathan Ross then, didn't I? Requiem. I can pronounce ours. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, 10 more years before we replace Liverpool as a laughing stock of the Premier League. I think we're already there, bruv. Not gonna lie, yeah. The Stonecraft together. Oh yeah, already had that one up. Yeah, sorry, bro. Big up, mate. Wenger did Xhaka over Kante. Come on, man. That was shocking. And do you know what as well? I don't know if any of you boys know this. But years ago, when Kante was playing at like League 3 or League 4, he recommended him to someone else, and his value or transfer fee value was a couple of £100,000. By the way, that's facts. That's not me pulling shit out my arsehole. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Wenger noticed Kante and recommended him as a good signing. I can't think what club it was. I think it was still in the French league. But he recommended another manager go and sign him for a couple of £100,000. Maybe it might have been Le Havre. I don't know why Le Havre is coming up in my head or whatever the name is. But that is facts. I'm not shitting you. Go and look that up. I need to re-look that up to factually say it a little bit better. But Wenger, even before the Xhaka Kante thing, yeah, recommended him while he was a couple of £100,000. Why would you have just not got him in the door? Why would you have not got him in at Arsenal? Madness that. Madness that is. Madness. Do you reckon first half of Wenger's tenure he'd have been giving other French managers or other managers opportunities at signing young French lads? I don't think so. Do you reckon he'd have give Petit and Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry and Nicolas Anelka away, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Come on, man. Not acceptable. William Sterling, now Sane. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's a starter. But Shreds, would you not take? Let's just say, for example, let me throw an example of you. Yeah, all 5 years too late. Tired of signing all these over the hill pensions. I get what you're saying. Yeah, but let's just say you had someone where you got Gyokeres in, and I know we're talking hypothetical, bruv, where you got Gyokeres in, you got a Rodrigo in. You need someone to back them up. Do you not think that would be a good little market opportunity? I'm not saying that Son is going to be the one. I'm not even saying that he might smash it. But what I'm saying is we need cover on them positions, because for me, I can't come out and say things like he's not signing adequate players in front positions, and that's why we're getting all the injuries. And then we only sign Gyokeres and Rodrigo and go, well, that's that done, and we're still left short with replacements, with squad players, with this and all of that. So that's why I'm sort of saying it makes a good sense for me to sign someone like Sane who can cover a right wing, who can cover a left wing, and just at least give some players a rest. So let's just say, for argument's sake, a scenario we're 3 or 4-0 up, and it's what 70th minute. Bring on Sane and take off Rodrigo. Bring on Jonathan David, take off Gyokeres. You've prevented 2 injuries, and you've given minutes to other players. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm sort of saying, I get you on their own. Willian, not acceptable. Sterling, I mean, nowhere near acceptable. Sane, we don't know because he's not here yet, or maybe will never come. Whatever. But what I'm saying is we need some rotation, bro. We have to have rotation because it's all well and good signing these players, but if they can't come off and no one else, or he's not going to rotate them, we're just going to see Gyokeres get injured. Then we're going to see say a Rodrigo sort of player get injured because they're playing 90 minutes every single game. We've got to figure something like that out, man. And for me, it's a good opportunity, I think, to just have someone in there come in and float in. As a starter, absolutely not, bruv. Absolutely not. Ebenezer Lemon Squeezer, big up to you, brother. Hope you're well. Why not, bruv? You're always in all the chats, man. Big up to you, man. A lot of time for the world class geezers like we've got over here, man. In why not? Always a pleasure to have you in the chat, bruv. Broke the club, yeah. Like what man you are now? No thanks. Yeah, facts, man. We got friendly. What you saying? I'll take invites. Havertz in the boardroom when he's getting naughty. Yeah, facts. Yeah, well, yeah. Because Havertz creates space for others. Oh, yeah, that's all he does, create space for others. I want a striker that puts the ball in the back of the net. And I think all of you world-class so-and-sos do as well. Do you know what I mean? I am pickpockets. Oh, oi, bruv. Look, listen, man. That is some painful shit, that is, wasn't it? Yeah. How about with awareness and stuff? How did that work out, innit? How did that work out, geezer? Samuel, how did that work out? Not well at all. Once you get the 6 or 8 new signings, I'll judge the window. Yeah, this is what I sort of want to sign off with as well. Do you know what I mean? We need to wait until September the 2nd. We'll gauge throughout the window as well how well we're actually doing or not. Do you know what I mean? We'll be able to gauge that pretty well, I think. Um, I just sort of hope what we at now? We're at the 29th, yeah. I just sort of hope by let's just say the 30th, 31st, or whatever. We've got that Zubamendi geezer through the door. Yeah, I think that's sort of set in stone. It is what it is. I personally wouldn't have had him as my first signing, but if we get all the other targets, who cares what order they come in? But I do hope by mid-June, sorry, mid-June, we have got a medical booked in for Victor Gyokeres. Medical booked in. Facts. By mid-June. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see us still in July, traipsing and pissing around in July with no striker. This cannot happen. That we're getting in July, because I'll tell you what will happen, and I say this scenario all the time, yeah? I say this scenario all the time. What we'll do is we'll try and negotiate the Victor Gyokeres deal or the Sesko deal or whatever striker we're going for. We'll try and negotiate to them all the way until the end of July. Then it'll get to August. Then some club will go, oh, yeah, actually, we want him. Yeah, we'll just pay the release clause, or we'll give you 93 million quid for Sesko. And then Arsenal are like, oh, fuck. All right, well, don't worry. We've still got Gyokeres or Sesko there. Oh, no, Bayern Munich or Barcelona's just signed him. Okay, don't worry. But Ekatike, oh, shit, Ekatike's just signed for XYZ. Oh, okay. So what are we doing here? We need to just get this deal wrapped up. I want to see us having medicals for whatever striker we go for, hopefully Gyokeres. I want to see a medical for that geezer booked in within the next 2 weeks. I don't want to get to July and we ain't signed a striker. I don't want to get there. I've got maybe a little bit more patience for the winger, but I don't want us to see us still scrambling around come July and we ain't signed a striker yet. That's worrying settings for me then. And I think it would be for you too. I think that's fair to say. I hear you, but you need to sign Rod and Gyokeres, and I don't trust Arteta to do that. I do trust him to sign Sane, Zimmerman, and maybe Sesko though. Yeah, like I also get what you're saying. I think the Sane thing probably looks a little bit better if you was to already have your main targets in, doesn't it? That's where I think we can come to an agreement there, Shreds. Because let's just fast forward the window, yeah, and let's just say we've got Gyokeres in already, and we've got Rodrigo in there. I reckon now, if we're having this conversation of saying, would you sign Sane? I reckon you probably go, yeah. I'll probably have him in there because you've already got your main targets in there, innit? So I think from that angle, I get what you're saying as well. It doesn't look as great because we ain't got any of our main targets yet, innit? And I totally understand and appreciate that. I'm just one of them. Like, if the opportunity's there, go get it. I get why an order of, you know what I mean, of needing it, you know what I mean, of like getting a striker in there is at the front of the list. I totally get that. But if we get these opportunities, what about, say, if by the time we've signed all these other players, if we do all these opportunities, these market opportunities, these Sanes, these Jonathan Davids, what about if they're not there anymore? So I'm sort of all for just getting them in there, getting them done. Sweet, there's our signings. push him to the side, bed him in there, get him in the training camps, this and all that, the blah, 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 and then really attack it. I don't think we'll need all our resources to sign a Leroy Sané or not Gyokeres, Jonathan David. I reckon they'll be pretty simplesque sort of signings to make. You know, it's not the big deal of the summer, i.e., there's no fee to negotiate, is there? You know, that's what takes a lot of the time, the structure of the deal, the fee with the deal, negotiating, batting off. This is the free transfer. You're just negotiating with a player. So it does save a lot of time. I'd have them in the back door and just go, here, you're in. Right, sweet. You're over there. We've still got all our main resources focusing on a main striker and a main left winger. That's how I sort of look at it. Everyone looks at it differently. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Ultimately, our main goal is the same. We want top class players to come in, first team players to come in, and we also want good squad players because our squad is pathetic. It's pathetic, and that's why we're getting a lot of injuries because the squad's pathetic, man. He's a dream sought after by every club. Yeah. That'll be a difficult one. I always just sort of more use that as reference because that's the signing that I'd choose, to be fair. And yeah, Cherky is the number one target. Exactly right. Of course, Man City are going to go for him. He's 20 million. And do you know what Man City will do? They know they're not stupid, Manchester City. They'll sign him for that 20 million and then he'll have an average to okay season minimum at best. And then they'll sell him for 50 million, 60 million. That's what they'll do. That's what we don't do. It's frustrating. Gyokeres and Osimhen. I'd only take Osimhen if we've proper fucked up that transfer window. Proper messed it up. And it's the last resort. I'd have that over no one. And that might be disrespectful to Osimhen, but there's more players that I want out there over him. But would I be disappointed a little bit if we ended up, pardon me, with him? But I'd be a lot more disappointed if we ended up with bloody no one. Let's get that right. But listen, I'm going to be going on Never a Foul in 15 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to redirect over there. Let me just try and find that. So I'm going to be on with, I think I'm going to be on with, what's his name? We got Daps on there. We got Savs on there. Me and Sav will be doing a regular show starting very, very, very soon, I believe. Even though he's Tottenham, he's an absolute geezer. I do like Sav. Let's have a little goosey. See where this is. Let's redirect over. But yeah, now obviously thank you very much, every single one of you, for having a cheeky little watch this morning. It's been a good chat as always, full of world-class geezers in there. You know that, man. Come on. Don't forget to drop a cheeky like and even a cheeky subscribe as well if you haven't done already. That does mean the world. I can promise you that. It never goes unappreciated. That I'm a very grateful geezer. Right, let's have a little go. Customization. And what we want to do is we'll redirect over to there. We'll be going on in 10 minutes. So let's have a little go. Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Right. So have a little Aaron Talks Arsenal raid chat over there. Right. He's just sent me the StreamYard link. So we should be going over there. But other than that, have a good one, every single one of you. And I will catch you all very, 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 very soon. World-class chat. Quality. Arteta out.
But we've got Super Mick Arteta. Tell me, how do I have his babies?
We are exactly what we do!
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Lee, Arteta out.